iPhone 15 is outselling the iPhone 14, why that's happening and what it means for the iPhone 16. It might not look like it when you study Apple's just released Q3 results, but the iPhone 15 is outperforming last year's iPhone 14 release. The numbers might suggest the opposite is the case. For the 3-month period ended June 29, Apple saw a little less than $39.3 billion in revenue from its iPhone business, a 1% drop from the $39.7 billion tallied for the same period in 2023. A cursory glance at those figures might lead you to conclude that the phones released last fall have flopped. But there's more to the numbers according to Apple. The drop in revenue largely reflects fluctuations in currency. Remove those from the picture and iPhone sales come out ahead in the recent quarter. Even better from Apple's perspective is the fact that the installed base of iPhones hit an all-time high in the last 3 months, as that helps generate revenue from Apple's many services. Indeed, during the same June quarter, revenue from services hit a record high of $24.2 billion, a 14% gain from the year-ago quarter. If you look at the same number of weeks of the iPhone 15 from launch and compare that to the iPhone 14, the 15 is doing better than the 14, CEO Tim Cook told Wall Street analysts during an earnings call on Thursday, August 1st. And so that's kind of a state of where we currently are. Apple executives didn't dwell on reason for the iPhone 15 versus iPhone 14 sales results, but if you compare the two product lineups, it isn't hard to figure out the reasons for the iPhone 15's appeal. And extending that to rumors about upcoming phones, it suggests that the iPhone 16 could arrive this fall with some momentum behind it. Why the iPhone 15 is outselling the iPhone 14. Different factors appeal to different people when it comes to smartphones, but I think that 3 main drivers for why people are responding to the different iPhone 15 models. For starters, Apple has done a very good job in recent years at making its Pro models stand out from the rest of the lineup, and that really came to fruition with the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 15 Pro Max arguably features the best camera setup Apple has ever offered, thanks to the tetraprism telephoto lens offering a 5x zoom. That feature alone might convince mobile photography enthusiasts to pay up for the Max, and that model's higher price is offset somewhat by Apple's decision to increase the built-in storage on the base model to 256 GB. The iPhone 15 Pro may not have that beefed-up zoom lens, it makes do with a 3x optical zoom, but Apple added other features to boost its appeal. You'll find an action button on both iPhone 15 Pro models that can trigger a shortcut of your choosing, and those phones run on the more powerful A17 Pro chipset. But don't overlook the additions to the standard iPhone 15